Hey, that's a. I'm looking at your pictures while we're talking, and when you hung up, or yeah, you've you've. It seems like you really changed yourself. Yeah. When when were you 249 pounds? In 10? Yeah, I'm looking at all your pictures and you look beautiful in all of them. You look beautiful then. You look beautiful now. Do you feel better now? Do you feel more beautiful? Yeah. 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 Hmm. Well, yeah. 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 Ha! Wow. That's your dad? That's your dad? Oh, your kid's father. Oh, really? Is he a good father? No? Hmm. You said he's a doctor? Wow. Yeah, see, you gotta be hot to land a doctor. And then turns out that he sucks. It seems like you fell into a lot of pitfalls. Huh? Yeah. I know, right? Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Seems like you're waking up. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's good. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do anything for money. Everything I do, I gift. I just do everything for free, and free money comes. Like, it's not connected to what I'm doing. I just do what I'm passionate about. I have fun with it, and then somehow checks come in the mail. It's really bizarre, but it works. I mean, it works for me because I got into this system where I'm like, I'm not gonna do things because I need to make a living. I'm just gonna do whatever I'm passionate about, and then a living will come out of it. And boy, it sure has. You know. So, um, what's that? Hello? Hello? Hmm. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. So, um, I was born and raised in East Los Angeles in the inner city of the Barrios, gang and drug infested place. And my dad used to take me camping when I was a kid to the mountains. And I just always loved the mountains. And then when I was 15, I worked for the Youth Conservation Corps and I went to go live in the mountains. And I'm like, oh, I wanna live in the mountains. And when I was 22, when I was 21, I came to Yosemite to like on a little vacation by myself, and I'm like, oh man, I want to live here. And so then when I was 22, I just came and lived here, and I was like, oh, I never want to leave. And then I met a Yosemite Indian woman. I married into the tribe, and then I bought land here in 1988, and it was just raw land, and I hacked a farm out of the wilderness, and I just started doing what I was passionate about, and I raised my kids. And then in 2004, it was like, my kids are grown, my land's paid off. Why do I need to keep working to make all this money? I don't got these payments anymore. I was like, I'm going to stop. And I also stopped because I was getting ready to die from obesity. I was 465 pounds. And so, yeah. And so I was like, I feel like I'm gonna die, and it's like, if I'm gonna die fighting. So I got into cage fighting, and I lost 180 pounds, and then it was just like, well, okay, I'm not gonna die anymore. What am I gonna live for? My kids are growing. What do I got to do? And so I thought, the only thing that I can think of is I'm gonna be a servant. I'm gonna serve my fellow man, and then I also was like, I'm just going to let God guide me, the universe, spirit, whatever. And it's like, everything's just like started falling into place. And then in 2010, I went viral. And man, that really like made me a lot more powerful and a lot more famous. And it's made it so like life's really easy now and fun. So I just been living it, I never try, I never want, I just do, and I think up fun, interesting things, and a good way to live my life, and I just do it. I mean, so many people are like, "Oh, you should read The Secret." I try to read it. It's like, okay, I already know all the stuff. Yeah, well. Yeah, I couldn't get in. I couldn't read it. It was just like, it just seemed redundant to me. So I mean, because I'm living this life. It's like, it's mind blowing. I tell people about it, and they're like, "What? How do you do that?" It's like, I don't know. I just do it. I mean, today I had an hour and a half long conversation with the guy from CNN and an hour and a half conversation with the guy from the New York Magazine today. Yeah, and then this advertising company in Canada wants to use words that are similar to mine in a TV commercial. And they're gonna pay me $1,500, even though it's not exactly my words, and they're not using any of my content. They just they just want to make sure they're not getting sued by me. Yeah, it's like that every day. People are asking to come here every day. There's reporters. I mean, it's just nonstop. This thing just keeps going. It's been 5 years, and like everywhere I go, people are like, "Oh my God, I love you," and they want to give me a hug and take a picture. And yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I go wherever I go, people make a big deal out of it. That it's fun, but it's such a small part of my life. It really doesn't. It doesn't really. I don't really think about it that much, because I'm just here at the farm, and I have a non-stop stream of beautiful women coming here all the time, and it doesn't have anything to do with me being famous. I mean, they come from. Yeah, a lot of people have said that, you know. Yeah, but you know what? He used women, and you know, for him it was all about money, and that seems like a whole different thing than what I'm doing. You know what? I'm doing what you're trying to do. I'm building women up. I'm making them. I'm teaching them what it's like to be loved without wanting their body. You know, women don't know that. A lot of young women don't only know that men want them for sex. But I teach a lot of women how you can love someone and not have it be about sex. Mm. What a shame! You're so beautiful. Maybe you'll use it again once you figure it out. Because nothing wrong with sex, but it's not everything. You know, it's great when you're in a great relationship and you're both in love. It's the best thing. But most people, that's all they know. That's the only way they know how to connect to another human. And I'm teaching young women that how you can fall in love with someone and not have it be about sex. You know. Yeah, but there's no first. There's no first. There's no first. It's not about that at all. You know what I mean? It's just about... No. It's just about connecting and caring for each other, you know, and loving each other, but it's not... There's no sex. I mean, there was with Laura. When she was my girlfriend, she lived here for a year. Yeah, but she was my girlfriend. She came as a volunteer, but we knew immediately that that's not what it was really going to be. And then this girl that right away from the first email, you know, but yeah, we knew immediately. When she said, I didn't even finish the email and I knew what it was. I was like, wow, this is what I've been waiting for. You know. No, yeah, she couldn't take she couldn't take my reality. She couldn't take what it was like here. She didn't like where I lived. She didn't like how I lived. She didn't like the visitors. She didn't like my house. She didn't like the future that we had together. She just fell in love with me, but nothing about me. Yeah. And it's hard, you know, I can see how it's hard. I mean, I live so different than most people. You know, I live out here in the middle of nowhere. My house is a real old and junky, and, you know, I don't have a job, and, you know, so it's like my whole reality is a lot different. And there's like a lot of people who want to come and see me and visit me, and so, and it's hard to say no to that stuff, you know, so it wore on her. And then in the end it just doomed us, and you know, but it seemed like the whole thing was just inside her head because she couldn't accept who I was and what I was. Am I happy? I don't think there's any such thing. I think that you're just gonna live your life and you got to try and be as happy as you can in the moment. But I can't ever say, yeah, I'm a happy person. I mean, most people would look at me and think, wow, this guy's got it made, he's happy, he's laughing all the time. Yeah, that's what it's like, but you know what, there's a lot of times when I have intense loneliness, you know, and I wish someone would touch me. You know, I mean, I can't say I'm happy. I'm not unhappy, I'm not depressed, you know, I'm just living my life. I think most people look at me and be like, wow, what a legend. How does he do that? But, you know, to me, it's just my life. You know, that's what I'm living. And, you know, there's always something better. You know, these women come and it's like, I fall in love with them, you know, but there's no sex. You know, it's like, and, you know, I don't want to just have sex with anyone. I want to really care about them, and I don't want them to go away. You know, so it makes it, that part's hard, you know, because I really fall in love with some of these girls real hard, and then they leave, and it's really hard and sad, you know. And yeah, we stay connected and everything. We talk. I'm real close. You know, if they got anything heavy, they'll contact me, and same thing with me. You know, I feel really close to them, but they're not here. You know, and it wasn't that deepest, satisfying connection that you get when you have a lover. You know, it's like, and and you know that you can make a life together, which, you know, I thought I had with Laura, but she doesn't want to do. She didn't want to make a life like I'm living. She wants something else. That was the first time I ever lived with a woman that I was in love with. Yeah, I was in my 50s. I mean, I wasn't in love with my children's mother. Yeah, I'm 53. Oh, really? What did you think? Hmm. Yeah, I have a 28-year-old daughter and a 26-year-old son. No. Yeah, no grandkids. Huh? What's a good thing? Oh. Yeah, they're awesome. What's that? You know, they're accepting. They're awesome kids. You know, I have a great relationship with them. I see them all the time. They come over all the time. You know, my daughter, I'm super close with. We like all the same things. We get along. We have this amazing communication and connection. We get each other. We respect each other. She's 28 years old, and we've never had an argument. I know, right? I know. She never acted up. She was never bad. You know, I never had to discipline her. Like they just knew. You know, they're just good people, and they behaved accordingly. And I never ever had to tell them no. I know, right? It's crazy. Well, you know, yeah, I never had to say that. Never. And you know, it's just like I didn't even feel that I had the right to say that. You know, especially if they're good, you know. I mean, the only thing I would say is if we're in a restaurant, I'm like, you know, other people are gonna think that something's wrong with you, or you know, you're not, you know, you're disturbing them. I would just talk to them, you know, like adults, and they got it. All right, you know, a lot of people think, oh, these are my kids, right? They're not your kids. You're theirs. They own you. You're their servant. Of course. Yes. They own you. You're their protector. You're their provider. They own you. You're the servant. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. It's true. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I never I never punished my children. You know, I never felt that it was my point. It was my place to do that. You know, the only thing I ever tell them is like, okay, well, if you do this, this is the outcome that's going to happen. And you know what? You don't have to do that very much because then they learn real quick. You know, and they never did anything bad. They never snuck out. They never caused trouble. You know, it's like they were always really good. I think I really got luckier than most people. You know, but you know, yeah, they were raised in their culture. You know, they're Indians, and we live where their tribe is from, and so we have ceremonies and we have their traditions and their culture. So they grew up in that, and that's powerful stuff. You know, it teaches them respect and humility and all that stuff, and just like they're always so good. Are you there? Yeah. Oh, the sweat is just like a Native American sweat. It's like you go into it looks like a tent almost, but it's just like a turtle shell. And they light a big fire and they put rocks in the fire. And you go inside and then they bring the red hot rocks in there. And then they close the door and then they put water on it. So it's like a sauna. And you get real hot and then they pray and they sing. It's like being in the womb. You know, it's like going back into the earth, and that makes it easy to connect to the spirit world. That's a sweat. And then the bear dance is we go into this old Indian structure late at night. First we eat, and then we go in there late at night, and then these guys come in and they dance around in bear skins, and it just looks really old, you know, because it's not modern architecture. It's like an old Indian thing. And you have a fire in the middle, and it's just really cool, and it's powerful, and the bear is really healing. Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. 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 Yeah. 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 Well, we have one here. We have one here, but it only costs $10. Yeah. Go to my channel on YouTube and type in spa. Huh? Well, if you just go on my channel, just type in spa, and it comes up. It's real nice. It's called the Yosemite, but it's a youth hostel, and they have a spa there, and it's real nice. I go several times a month. It's $10 for it. Oh yeah, it's $10 for all day, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's real nice. They have a really big stainless steel hot tub that they don't use chlorine. They use hydrogen peroxide and ultraviolet light. And then they have the one where you put the water in the rocks. It's all wood in there, and you put water in the rocks, and they have showers. And then they have those tubs too, and they have yoga there. And then upstairs they have really good food. No one. You have to wear a suit. Yeah. Really? Is it men and women or just men? I mean, wow, that's a trip. So wait, so it's co-ed and it's all nude? Oh, you're not. They don't mix you guys. They don't mix you guys. Oh. Yeah, no, this is my home phone. I don't have a cell. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't need one. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't, I'm here all the time, it doesn't serve me. Yeah, yeah. Well, I have an iPhone, but I don't, it doesn't have service. I just use it to, like with Wi-Fi. They gave it to me when I did this Vodafone commercial in New Zealand. And so I just still, I have that. I use it all the time, but you know, just for Wi-Fi stuff. I don't get calls on it. Well, I can call on it. I have an internet, but it just has to go through Wi-Fi. Yeah. Huh? What? Yeah, it is a lot different than most people. It does. I have a lot of freedom. I get to go anywhere I want, do whatever I want. And it's like I wake up and go to sleep whenever I want. It's nice. I like it. I don't have no pressures on me. I don't wake up with an alarm clock. Of course, I raised my kids. I worked hard for a long time to get to that spot. You know, so paying off this land, that gave me a lot of freedom. You know, I bought this land when I was 25, and I paid it off when I was still in my 30s. So, I'm in my 30s, and it's like, okay, all this money that you have been paying towards rent, now what are you going to do with it? Not only rent, but child support, and then I had a truck payment too. I was like having to pay out $2,000 a month, and then all of a sudden, all of that's gone. I don't have to pay any of that. It's all paid off, and what am I doing with all this money? Yeah, what I decided to do is not work. I want to pay myself not to work. Right? Instead of spending it or buying it something, I bought my freedom. That's pretty good, huh? No kidding, man. It made me famous. It's made it so reporters are calling me 5 years later saying, can we talk to the legend? Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. People live in fear. People live in fear. And you know what? I lost my fear a long time ago when I realized that I wasn't going to die anymore. Well. Yeah, because I got real close to dying. I was like, I couldn't walk. I couldn't sleep. I was like, I couldn't hardly breathe. I was like, I feel like I'm ready to die, and I was like, but I also felt like I had a lot of life force in me left, that I could fight for my life. And so I literally did. I fought in the cage, it was like, I'm going to train and I'm going to have a professional cage fight, and I did. I fought a giant. Yeah, I have always had that inner strength. Yeah, I think you should come. I think we could have it would be great. I think we could have a nice connection. What do you, how is it that you're able to, like, not bring your kids? Oh, he could watch them? Oh. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta pitch in. Yeah. Well, that would be good for your emotional and mental health to come here, and it's like I'm gonna recharge my batteries. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna just live outside of what I normally do. I'm gonna just do something different, and you know what? I'll show you a good time. You'll never forget it. Yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, I could just tell by looking at, I just like being in the presence of a beautiful woman. It just makes me feel good.